Good evening, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon. Hope everybody had a good start to their June. It is June 2nd. Welcome to Against the Public. I'm Dana Lane. Today, we're going to go through my top 3 Major League Baseball free plays for Sunday's card, and we're going to wrap it up with a focus on certain umpires, whether you should, I don't know, bet on them or bet against them. We'll go through a few of them to give you an idea, and you can add that to your handicapping arsenal. After the show, please go to Pickdawgz.com. I'll have my premium Major League Baseball plays locked and loaded, and I will also have side and total and tomorrow's or today's Stars Oilers Game 6 showdown. So you can jump on a single play or get involved with a Major League Baseball 3-pack. You could do that for just $49.99. That gives you every single one of my premium Major League Baseball selections for one low price. And of course, every single play and every 3-pack comes with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee. Also, as you know, there's only one way to jump on every play that I release, and that's to become an all-access member. And you could do so for the next 30 days for just $11 a day, the next 90 days for less than $10 a day, or better yet, jump on an annual all-access pass for just $3.56 a day. That gives you every play I release right through football season, right up until this time next year. So grab your credit card, throw it on there, let's roll our sleeves up, and let's get to work. Also, I also wanted to mention, this is the first of the month, so I go through and I prorate all my season packages. I've done that again. I also have added an NBA Finals package and NHL Final package, and you can get involved with those. You get every one of my plays for the NBA Finals, both side and total, also in the NHL. Definitely totals. We'll see with the sides, because again, we're trying to build bankroll. I'm not really into laying $1.80 with a team that I like to bet, but definitely you'll get at least the sides at every game in the NHL Stanley Cup Final, which you probably get the side as well. But I just want to put that caveat out there, because I'm not trying to give you guys $1.80 favorites, which I don't think is going to happen, but you never know. So anyway, those are out there. All access customers, guys, have been absolutely crushing the books lately. We had a decent day today, but over the last 7 days, all access customers, 58% winners over their last 7 days. That's every play I release, 58% winners over the last week. In the NHL, guys, smashing it. 9-1 run in the NHL, including the under in tonight's Marlins. Tonight's Rangers-Panthers game, that's still number 1 over the last 7 days. And over the last 30 days, over 50, almost 56% winners in the National Hockey League. So jump on board with the plays on the ice. Of course, we've been killing the NBA all season long. No matter how you do it, make sure you do get involved. Let's roll our sleeves up. Let's get to work tomorrow, and let's make June a fantastic month. On to our free plays for Sunday. And we'll start things off 1:05 Eastern Time, 9:09, 9:10 is your rotation numbers. Minnesota Twins against the Houston Astros. Astros minus $1.35, 8 over minus 15. Simeon Woods Richardson against Hunter Brown. And lo and behold, Jose Abreu can hit home runs. He hit more than 35 times in his career, but after 25 games this season, he hit his first home run. Of course, that's not fair, because we know he spent about a month in the minor leagues trying to get things straightened out. He's really had a problem. Maybe this is going to turn him around. And really, for bettors, that's what we're looking for. That spot, not only where significant players are going to turn things around, where teams are going to turn things around. And look, if we can get Abreu in that 230, the 240 mark, I think the Houston Astros season is going to be a completely different season. He's all the way down in an 8th spot or 7th spot in the lineup. He should be a guy that's in that, at least in that 5th spot or the 4th spot in the lineup, and he's just not there yet. But you never know what one home run is going to do for a player, and they need to start getting going. And believe me, it's surprising to me they're only 6.5 games behind the Seattle Mariners as we went into play on Saturday. In addition, we saw Houston hit 4 home runs. Framber Valdez was incredible, didn't allow a hit until the 7th inning. And speaking of turnarounds, perhaps that we're seeing one with Hunter Brown, who has allowed just 2 earned runs in his last 12 innings. In that span, he allowed just six hits. So I'm going to kind of ride this out. I think the odds makers think the same. We're going to take Houston minus $1.35. Game number 2, 4:05 Eastern Time, 9:29, 9:30. New York Yankees minus $1.50. 8 over minus 12. San Francisco Giants as their opponents. Nestor Cortez against Blake Snell. Cortez is absolutely on fire over his last 3 starts. He's allowed just 2 earned runs in 17 1/3 innings and 8 earned runs over his last 29 innings, which equates to a 2.48 ERA. We talked about pitchers who were trending in the right direction, and Cortez is certainly doing that. He has a 3.30 ERA, but his trend of late is definitely to bring that, continuously is bringing that down. And 3.30 is not that bad. I mean, obviously it's not bad at all, but I think he's a little bit better pitcher than that. I think he can be around the 3 ERA mark, and that's the direction that he's going in. Speaking of which, we need to forget about what Blake Snell did early in the season before going on the IR. This will be his 3rd start back. He's allowed 7 earned runs in 7 1/3. But if you dig a little bit deeper, we could see that Snell's getting a little bit better from start to start, which is this is only going to be his 3rd start. But he was much better against the Phillies than he was against the Pirates when he came off the IR. And there's a reason why. When you're looking at the total here, we have 2 top 10 offensive teams going at it with a pitcher in Blake Snell whose numbers aren't that great. Really does not scream under. But yet the odds makers throw an 8 up there. And I know Cortez has been great, but these are 2 offenses, as we saw on Saturday, that they're going to be able to score. They can score runs, but yet here we are staring at an 8. I think it's because, and my personal feeling about this is, I think both starters are going to go deep into the game. Both starters can go deep in the game. Don't worry about Blake Snell being limited because it's only his 3rd start back. He's thrown 90 pitches already, 97 pitches. No problem there. He'll go deep into the game. I'm going to go under 8 minus $1.05. A nice getting good juice on very bankroll friendly number on the total. 7:10 Eastern Time, 9:01, 9:02. St. Louis Cardinals against the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies minus $1.30. 9 under minus 15. Lance Lynn against Taijuan Walker. It's very difficult for the favorites to sweep 3-game series. And I was going to kind of unleash this as a tip at some point because I was doing the research today and this just happened to come up. But I'll give you what I have so far just to kind of prove a point. I went through the first 17 series of the year, and only 32 times in a total of 510 series has the favorite won all 3 games of the series. Ironically, Philadelphia has done it 5 times, the most in Major League Baseball. I would throw out the 2-game series because that's not really what we're looking at, but each team right now is in their 19th series, so that number is not 100% accurate, but hasn't changed that much. It's not like it's going to be the complete opposite. But you should throw out the 2-game series, do your own research, and say, wow, if I kind of, and this is kind of tip 1A, I guess, today, if you go into a 3-game series and are looking to take the underdog to win at least one of those games, the worst that can happen, the percentages say that the worst that can happen is you lose less than a unit if the underdog wins at any point. And of course, if they win one of the first 2, then that series is profitable. A lot of guys throw the series out as soon as the favorite wins. So you could do what you're comfortable doing. But going to the starting pitching in this one, Lance Lynn's numbers have been not so great, but he has allowed just 1 earned run in his last 12 innings. So again, projecting in the right direction. Walker has allowed 8 earned runs over his last 10 2/3 innings, 6 walks, and 15 hits in that span. I'm going to go back with the underdog here. Let's see if the system works or the theory works. We'll take St. Louis plus $1.20. And before we go, and before we close out the show, today's handicapping tip for Sunday focuses on umpires. And I wanted to examine how umpires affect bettors or have affected better so far this season, and some pretty interesting results. And we're going to break this down by the best and the worst. And this is the best umpires for betting road teams. So these are the best home plate umpires for betting the road team in a game. Chris Guccione, 6-2 this year, plus 4.83 units. Mark Ripperger, 4.24 units, 5-2, and Dan Marzell, 4-1, plus 4.10 units. Here's something very interesting. Here's the worst at betting road teams when these umpires are behind the plate. Jeremy Rehak, 0-6 this year, minus 600 units. Doug, 6.00 units. Doug Eddings, 2-7, 5.82 units lost. And Jim Wolf, 0-5, minus 5 units. And why is that interesting? Well, I also went further back because I got apparently all the time in the world. What's interesting here is this group of umpires have a record of 65-108 since 2022 when you're betting road teams, which means, to make it simple, home teams, when they are behind home plate, win 63% of the time over the last 3 seasons. That's pretty interesting. As for the best for betting on home teams, these umpires are the best. Jeremy Rehak, 6-0, 5.93 units won. Of course, that would make sense. Alfonso Marquez, 7-2 this season, 4.91 units won. And Scott Berry, 5-1, 3.76 units won. And the worst umpire for the home team, well, Adrian Johnson's just 2-6, 4.51 units lost. Chris Guccione, 2-6, 4.36 units lost. And Bruce Dreckman, 2-5, 3.59 units lost. So I hope that helps in any way. I'm trying to go obscure rather than just give you, hey, these are their home favorites and this and that. I just want to give you a little bit extra that you might not be able to get in other videos. So bear with me. And of course, if there's anything you want me to go through, anything you want me to research, I could do so fairly quickly. Please drop me a note on the YouTube channel, and I can get right on it if I have the numbers to be able to do it. So I appreciate that. That does it for your Sunday free plays and your free tip. Go to pickdawgz.com, get involved with one of my many available packages, including my all access pass that gives you every game, every premium game that I release, not the free plays, the premiums games that I release for one low price. Here's our Sunday recap. Houston minus $1.35, New York Yankees and San Francisco under 8 minus $1.05, and St. Louis plus $1.19. Houston's minus $1.35 if I misspoke there. So that does it for today's show. Thank you to everyone who watches on a daily basis. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Guys, and apparently this is important for a reason, but if you watch the video, just hit the like button. Even if you don't like it, just hit the like button, I guess. I don't know. It seems so self-serving to me. But anyway, thank you so much for everybody for watching. I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Sunday.